So I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Evident means clear in itself. It is a truth which is itself quite clear, quite evident. Evident means clear. That all men are created equal. Now you see, this is quite clear. This is crystal clear that God has created all the human beings equally. There is no difference between human beings. They have equal rights. So he says that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the son of former slaves, former means previous. Former means previous slaves, and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. Now you see, he is very optimistic about saying that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons, the children of the slaves and the children of the owners will be sitting together on the table of brotherhood. They will have a kind of brotherhood and fraternity. There will be no distinction, no difference on the basis of race. They will sit together, the children of the owners and the children of the slaves. They would get together on the table of a brotherhood. They will be just like a brother and sisters. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a desert state. Desert, you know? Desert means arid or barren. Banjar. Desert means banjar or arid or barren. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, it is a state, Mississippi, a desert state, though Mississippi is a desert state, sweltering. Sweltering means burning. Sweltering means burning or hot. Sweltering means burning or hot. With the words of state sweltering with the heat of injustice in operation. Now you see, he is going to allude the state of Mississippi. He says that the state of Mississippi is burning what? With the heat of injustice, inequity and oppression. Oppression means cruelty or atrocity, zulam, will be transformed. He means to say that place, that state of Mississippi, which is burning, which is full of what? Injustice and atrocity, that state of Mississippi will be changed into, will be transformed into, will be changed into an oasis of freedom and justice. Oasis, do you know? Oasis means a patch or greenery in desert. It refers to a patch of greenery in desert that is known as oasis. Oasis means Nakhlistan, a greenery in the desert, in the barren land that is known as oasis. He means to say that state of Mississippi, which is full of what? Inequity, injustice and oppression, that state of cruelty, that would be transformed, that would be changed into an oasis, a greenery of what? Of justice, freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children, now you see, here he refers to his 4 children. His 4 children, he refers that one day his 4 children will one day live in a nation where there will not be judged. They will not be judged by the color of their skin. Now you see, once again, he is going to allude to the racial distinction, racial difference. He means to say that one day his 4 children will not be judged. They will not be assessed on the basis of their skin color, whether they are black or white. Black boys and black girls, now you see, live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. He means to say that he has the vision, he had the dream that one day his 4 children will not be judged, will not be assessed on the basis of their skin color, rather on the basis of their character, their conduct, their demeanor, their behavior. Okay? So he has this dream. I hope that you understood the translation explanation along with words meaning. Now I will do some grammatical structure in the same passage. So let's take a start. I have selected few sentences in the same passage, which is a bit complicated. So let's explain it. Now you see we have sentence, and as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall march ahead. Now you see we have first of all and as you know that is coordinate conjunction, but then at the same time this is followed by another conjunction that is subordinate conjunction as we walk. Now you see this is a clause which is preceded by what? Subordinate conjunction. So this is subordinate clause because it is preceded by subordinate conjunction. As we walk means when we walk. जैसे ही or as we walk. So as is subordinate conjunction and this is coordinate conjunction. We have 7 coordinate conjunction and we have many subordinate conjunctions. So as is also subordinate conjunction and it precedes this clause. So this clause is also subordinate clause. We must make. So must is modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary must and have to. They have the same meaning. Must and have to have the same meaning. So must is modal auxiliary. We call it modal auxiliary because it changes its modes. Must sometimes used for obligation, sometimes used for obligation for duty, and sometimes must is given the meaning of suggestion. So that is why we call it a modal verb. Make the pledge that we should. Now you see here this is verb and verb is followed by that clause. That is also subordinate conjunction. So that clause, this is when mostly verb is followed by a clause. So that clause is known as a noun clause. So this is noun clause. Okay, which starts with we. So this is a clause. Okay, and it's preceded by subordinate conjunction. So this is that clause and that clause is known as a noun clause in this sentence. Now we have there are those. So there basically is followed by this subject. Basically this is means pronoun. Those is a pronoun. And there are those. There is basically working over here as a dummy subject. We call it dummy subject because it introduces a subject which comes later. So this there introduce this those. Those is here means that those is working as a subject over here, and there refers to this subject those. So this is known as dummy subject, and here it is followed by those here it works as a pronoun, as a subject as well. So this who relate this those, who is relative pronoun means this who refers to this word those. So it relates, it describes this those. So this those is known as antecedent in this sentence, and this who refers to or relate this pronoun, so we call it relative pronoun. This is relative pronoun. Now see we have the next sentence, we are never be satisfied. So never is basically what we call, this is adverb. This is adverb of negation. We call it adverb of negation because it shows negation of any statement. So this is adverb of negation. As long as this is what we call, this is a conjunction. This is subordinate conjunction. As long as the Negroes. Now you see as long as followed by another clause. So this as long as basically subordinate conjunction. Now we have no, you see he is emphatically saying no, we are not satisfied. So no is adverb of affirmation. We call it adverb of affirmation because it affirms a statement. So we call it adverb of affirmation. We will not be satisfied until you see this until and unless giving mostly the same meaning, but remember until refers to what we call time. Until refers to time and unless refer to condition, shart. There is a difference. Until and unless both are subordinate conjunction. It is clear. But until refers to time and unless refers to condition, shart. Understand? Now see, justice rolls down. Down here it refers to this roll. Roll is verb and this down is adverb. So we call it adverb particle. This is working as an adverb particle. I hope that you have understood these grammatical structures along with translation or explanation of the same lesson. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.